Welcome back, everybody, to another video here. So this will be part one of a three-part series where we take the transmission out of the Ford F350 that our camper is on, and we rebuild it and put it back in. Hope you enjoy.
So you just saw me remove the drive shaft off the rear end there, and then remove the carrier bearing, and that's me taking it off of the rear of the transmission. And then I am taking off, as you can see, the front drive shaft off of where it attaches to the transfer case. In this part here, you can see me struggling a little bit. I'm actually taking off the shift linkage off of the side of the transmission. This is pretty self-explanatory here. It's just me draining the old transmission fluid out before I remove the transmission. So working with the transfer case here, I actually found it easier just to lift it off by hand instead of trying to use a jack, since I am working in gravel. But here's the clip of me removing the transfer case off the back of the transmission. So in this part of the video, I'm actually spinning around the flywheel with a pry bar, as you can see there, and removing all the torque converter bolts, go through the flywheel, and then also removing the starter bolts, removing the starter, and a couple of the lower bell housing bolts. In this angle, you can't really see a whole lot, but what I'm doing here is actually removing the cross member that holds up the rear of the transmission. Here, as you can see, we've got the transmission jack in place. We don't have ideal conditions here, so we're actually using an old door with the cheap Harbor Freight transmission jack that we got going on there. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to get to them tough to get to top bell housing bolts on the transmission. As you can see here, we're starting to finish up with pulling out the transmission and getting the removal part of it completed. If you stuck around this long, this is one of the first videos I've ever done where I've done a voiceover, so thanks for watching. Hopefully it was bearable. And if you want to see the part 2 and part 3, and maybe I'll put together a video with all 3 parts together, kind of like a time lapse, then definitely subscribe. And if you've got any questions or anything like that, leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.